Today, Barcelona and their supporters woke to the kind of news that drains optimism from an entire fan base. Gavi has undergone arthroscopic surgery on his knee and will be sidelined for roughly 4 to 5 months. At face value, that sounds like a clinical update, a short statement from the club about a meniscus suture and a recovery window. But beneath those lines is a ripple that will be felt across tactics, squad morale, and the player's career trajectory. This is not an isolated injury. It follows an ACL rupture in November 2023 that already forced Gavi through nearly a year of reconstruction, patience, and hard-earned returns. For a teenager who made his name through relentless pressing, sudden bursts of creativity, and a fearless engine in midfield, another extended absence is more than lost minutes. It is a test of durability, of medical judgment, and of how Barcelona manage their young core going forward. The club's decision to suture rather than remove the damaged part of the meniscus is medically conservative. It prioritizes long-term joint health over a faster, short-term fix, but the trade-off is time. 4 to 5 months means months of controlled load, physiotherapy, incremental strength work, and repeated scans to ensure the repair holds under the painfully specific stresses of elite football. For Barcelona's coaching staff, led by Hansi Flick, this loss forces immediate, uncomfortable questions. Gavi's contributions are both visible and invisible. He racks up recoveries and pressures that break opposition tempo. He links narrow build-up with the front line, and he injects the kind of verticality that frees the wingers. Remove that engine and the system must adapt. Do you deploy a deeper pivot to protect the space he would occupy? Do you ask a creative midfielder to sacrifice forward instincts and cover more ground? Is the answer a temporary tactical tweak or a structural change that reshapes how Barca press and transition? In the short term, minutes will be carved up between senior options and youngsters ready to step into the intensity vacuum. Coaches may lean on players who provide defensive solidity, or they might gamble on someone with the forward spark, but less tactical discipline. Each choice consequences: shift balance too far to protect, and the attack loses bite, push for creativity, and the team could become vulnerable to counters. Beyond who plays, there is the possibility, however remote in the current window, that the board considers roster adjustments. History shows teams sometimes move after injury crises, but immediate transfer fixes are rarely clean. They cost money, disrupt chemistry, and carry their own injury and adaptation risks. Meanwhile, Gavi's path back will be watched not only by Barca doctors, but by a nation that imagines him as a cornerstone of Spain's midfield future. A cautious rehab might mean missing crucial fixtures for club and country, but it might preserve a career that could otherwise be shortened by rushed returns and repeated micro-trauma. Fans will argue about timetables and optimistic return dates, but the plain fact is that recovery must be measured in milestones: pain-free range of motion, strength parity, reactive drills, progressive exposure to contact, not calendar promises. Emotionally, this is heavy. Gavi is not merely a statistic on a team sheet. He is a player whose style feels native to the club's DNA, brave, energetic, and uncompromising. Supporters will miss the spontaneity he brings, the moments when a single tackle or a sudden forward pass changes a game's complexion. Yet there is a pragmatic strand here too. Barcelona have navigated injuries before, and teams that survive long campaigns are those that adapt with structure, youth development, and smart rotation. For Gavi, the next months can still be constructive: focused physiotherapy, careful conditioning, and psychological support that turns this setback into a learned resilience. What matters most is not just the day he returns to training, but the day he returns fully available and durable across a season. Over the coming weeks, the storyline will split into 2 timelines. The medical one, scans, progress reports, and rehab milestones, and the tactical one, how Flick tweaks systems, who steps up in his absence, and which matches expose the greatest need for his particular skill set. Both timelines are intertwined. The longer Barcelona must rearrange their midfield, the more permanent some changes may become. But there is room for hope. Modern sports medicine and patient management have restored many careers after similar injuries, and young players can and do return with renewed impact. For now, the sensible posture is realism with guarded optimism. Accept a months-long absence, monitor rehabilitation closely, adapt tactically and protect the player's long-term future. The coming months will be a test of Barcelona's medical prudence, Hansi Flick's tactical flexibility and Gavi's own resilience. And when he does step back onto the pitch, everyone will hope it will be as the same relentless force they first fell in love with. Not a diminished echo of what could have been.